Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We'll be starting here in just a moment. I did get an email from Dadman. He says, well, F me with a rock. I sent you the unmodified turn, the one without any moves made. Those poor New Zealand fishermen are now fish food. Quite bold to send those BBs around the corner there to Moresby. One of these days, I'll have to station some CVs there. So, I mean, it does go a long way in explaining why we didn't see, essentially any reaction. So at least that makes sense there. I did send him a follow-up email saying, would you like to continue? He sent me the turn on the email read out there, so I assume he's good to continue. One would have to imagine so. But, there we go. And that's the difficulty when things like that happen, because it can happen quite easily. But it's hard to go back, because then obviously it gives away the game. That's the problem. But he seems to be happy to continue, it seems, so we'll continue then. How you doing there, Just? What is your Danchi? How you doing there, Vulcan? How you doing there, Connor? Good to have you, my man. How you doing there, Just? Parmentier? Can you show vehicle points? Yes, I will do. I'll be doing the THG turn in the future. Well, I mean, this is it. He must have had the turn, and then, I don't know. It's one of these things, isn't it? It's like he must have saved it and sent the wrong save. He has sent the wrong save before in the past, so that makes sense. But, well, he seems happy enough to continue, so I guess we'll continue. Yeah, I've been out today. I'll be doing the THG soon. No, this is the Admiral Danman game. You can tell, but I mean, this is it. First Strike of the Homeland is the Admiral Danman campaign. The THG one is called Until the Cherry Blossoms Fall. Not today. No. You magnificent bastard. I like that. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'll go into the THG one. We're back to the boy. Okay. How you doing there, Paul? Good to have you. So, I don't know if I'm going to be staying up as late this time, but we'll see. It does make me wonder what he may do. The fact that he says about the CVs near Moresby is intriguing. Person of interest indeed. But, well, this is it. We essentially got a free turn last turn, so he's a turn behind, which helps us out significantly in terms of survival chances. But he's a wily old bugger, so we'll see. We'll see. It is somewhat worrying to think that maybe the CVs are closer than actually anticipated, but we shall see. Yes, we see the submarines moving now. So yeah, I mean, I feel bad for him. Trusty. Huh. That's a really fantastic name for a submarine there. That's like a really fantastic name for a submarine. Now, is this shallow waters over here at Port Blair? And it looks like it is. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Trusty. Trust a Trusty to take a depth charge there. That's going to hurt. British sub. Yeah, that's some pretty typical, like, British humor there, isn't it? Yeah, looks like he's paying more attention to Port Blair as of late. Any port hex is shallow. See, that's the problem with my map evoke, and I think we spoke about this before, is it doesn't really make it obvious. That's the problem. Yeah, it's a pretty cool name. But knowing that any port hex is shallow is good to know. I wasn't too sure because the map didn't quite. But no, that's good to know. I suppose if is it saying that in the manual? Because yeah, that'd be good to know. Okay. I had assumed so, but I just wasn't quite sure. Ah, that's not too good. Few casualties there. Ideally, we still have a squad to take the base. Yeah, we will be attacking North SunYan here today, which is nice. I can't recall. I don't think we have many attacks beyond BLeAcHACiD today. So, we move from the night turn, well, the night phase into the day. Yeah, we're sweeping the mines out here over Tan. Quite a few mines there. That may take another day, perhaps. We'll see. I think there's a couple, quite a few actually that do begin there. We'll see about that. I do feel bad for Dad, man. I mean, this is it. It's like, I know what it's like when you send like a turn and you like make a mistake or, yeah, you know what I mean. It's rough. Super rough. I mean, he's a really good sport, want to continue. I mean, I have asked him, so I guess I'll wait for like a proper answer, but it seems so. Allied BB's rather intriguing there. Apparently near Andaman. That's intriguing. Well, this is it. Yes, we do see the D3A1 Vals attacking. B5 and 2's doing their job too. Horn Island mission, so we do have reconnaissance out there. I believe we land at Coco's Island here today, possibly. Yeah, so I do wonder what he might have in mind. I mean, it can happen, can't it? Right, we are bombing here with the Key 21 2As. Good question there, Proto. They're doing fairly well. We did have a easy time of it due to the fact that we had a little bit of help last turn, it seems. He has nukes in mind. Well, I don't think he did it without... I don't know. I mean, this is it. I can't answer for the man. I don't know. I mean, that's what he says, so... Right, so it continues to use the SB-3s and additional bombers then. Bomb reconnaissance at its finest. So we are seeing the I-16-3s over here. They're cool. Yeah, we will arrive here. So we're this hex? Oh, right. So what are we going to be here? I forget where we're going to be here today, actually. I think we're going to be here. I think we're there. I forget which one it is. Well, here's going to be where there's tanks there. That I'm certain of. But I suppose a lot of things that happened last turn. I mean, the only thing that might have been different would have been the attack at Port Moresby. Because he probably would have moved the aircraft out. Maybe he would have sent something out there. Rebombisons. A man of culture, I see. Yeah, he's definitely reacting in a big way in the Bay of Bengal. The good news is we do have multiple locations from which we can use torpedoes from, which is quite handy. Right, seen a few missions cancelled here due to weather. Yeah. It's interesting. I think what it's trying to do is slow us down. I mean, obviously when they do bomb, they put a unit from movement mode into combat mode. Well, this is it. We don't know. That's the thing there. Maybe they are. Well, I mean, this is it. I don't think he would say it because it's like, well, it's like I'm not going to tell him what KB is if he doesn't know where KB is. I'm not too sure. It's one of those. If we read too much into it, we're just got to really try to gather as much information as we can, really. I mean, maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Who knows? Oh, you mean like in Indian... Sorry, yes, in the Indian Ocean. Right, okay, I get what you mean now. Offloading here at Coco's Island. Nice, that will be quite useful to have there. I mean, maybe those are CVs in the Bay of Bengal. I'm not too sure then, actually. Let's move into the land attack phase. Yeah, here we go. So... oh god, they're broken. They're so broken. Oh god. The strongest amongst them is the 76 Chinese core. Yeah. Yeah. I think one of our divisions is stronger than that force there. His cores are just... they're fucked. They're just so fucked. I mean, how else do you say that? I mean, they're being attacked by 3,000 AV. That's... it's going to leave more than a mark. I mean, I would like to see them destroyed here today. If we could have them destroyed, that'd be excellent. Yeah. Yep, there we go. See if units being destroyed now. Broken. Yeah, so 76 manages to survive there. A lot of these cores here, 0 AV. I would have liked to destroy more of them, but I mean, this is it. Another 2 days, we'll hit them again. Yeah, 3,374, 216. 8 to 1 odds there due to the terrain. 554, so 1 destroyed, 32 disabled, 6 disabled, 8 disabled. We inflict 3,180 casualties. The thing is, there's not that many men left here. 338 squads destroyed, 4 disabled, 218 destroyed, 3 disabled, 17 destroyed, 6 disabled, 32 destroyed, 12 disabled. Yeah, well that's it, isn't it? Well, we're going to have men move this way. A division would be a good idea, I'd imagine. Maybe 2 divisions, it depends really. I mean, what I'd like to see is where he... Oh, look at that. Right, okay. Well, this is it. So it looks like his core is actually still up over this way. We do have a reconnaissance, so we'll be able to make a good decision on that one. Yeah, as Paul says there, BP Varmint. They had a bad day. I mean, how many men are actually left there? So there's only 15,000 men here. Yeah, he got attacked by 112,000 men. Yeah, we had nearly 10 times the number of guns there. I mean, is that 10? Yeah. It's many guns. It's many, many guns. 995 vehicles there, obviously just trucks and stuff. I mean, they're not complaining about fatigue or disruption, so they did have time to recover. But the thing is, it's just nothing left. Just nothing left. Yeah, I mean, this is it. If we can get to the Chinese capital chunking, I'd be very happy. We are attacking this unit over here, so 4 to 1 there. Force them to retreat towards Yunnan. So where do they go? Do they go to this hex? Oh, they go to this hex, okay. So, minus supply. So I've got to keep a unit on this road then. But I'll do that. We inflict 612 casualties, 14 destroyed, 19 destroyed, 2 destroyed, 5 destroyed, 2 units retreat there. Attacking over here against the Banjarmaster base force. Okay. So he has no supply, but we'll attack. It's interesting that he still has the ability to hold out here. There's only 43 men and 1 gun. I'm surprised he hasn't. Yeah. We are attacking Semarang here today. Yeah, 0 AV versus the Naval Guard unit isn't going to go well. And we do take Semarang here today. Yeah, but they retreat south actually. That's rather intriguing. I thought they would retreat this way. Well, that makes it easier there. Very nice. 285 casualties there. 18 destroyed, 2 disabled, 5 destroyed. And we will take Coco's Island here today. That's good news then. I'm going to be quite happy. Yeah, Rambo's troop. I like that. Yeah, Coco's Island's going to be really nice to have. There's a lot of supply that's going to load over here as well, so we can use that base there. We're attacking over here at Taongi. I don't know how you pronounce that. So we capture the base. And we'll be able to move into the interior now. I don't know how much Coco's Island's worth. Probably not that much. Attacking over here to capture that base. All the Banzais. Okay, they actually retreat out of their hex then. I mean, they've got no men there. Whatever. Expands to size 3 there, which is nice to see. So, I mean, this is it. We had a good turn today. I do feel bad for him when he missed the turn there. But, I mean, this is it. What can be done? He sent the turn, so he must be happy. At least I hope so. I think it would have still been a good turn. I mean, we still got Bataan, we still destroyed the 17th Division, we would have still destroyed Prome. It does make me wonder what sort of response he would have sent towards us, but, well, he did cancel Pearl Harbor on us. Oh dear. Okay, moving assets around here. But I'm happy we do have a TIE force that's now flanking the enemy in Burma, which is very useful. So... you magnificent bastard. He's a good opponent. He's a good opponent. He's a very good sport as well. And I'll go save it here. So Carter, Diego Garcia. Yeah, that'd be nice. And it's a little bit harder to do due to the carries, but it can be done. We'll just have to be wily about it. So let's go ahead and check on this first then. Now, it reported BB, but I don't know how much of it Yeah, some interesting reports over here. I mean, he's moving the APs here, which is interesting. We did see the trustee over here. She got depth charge, which is fun for nobody. I'm actually going to start to build up the actual port over here at Port Blair. It's going to take a while. You can see that the expansion was 1 here. It's already size 2, so to get to size 3 is going to take longer and be more expensive. But it's worthwhile doing so. Tanker? I don't know, maybe. It's hard to say there, really. We'll find out more, I'm sure, soon enough. Let's take a look at the intelligence report then. So, 14,276 here today, 6,987. So today, he loses 2 B-17s here at operations. G4M1 of ours, G3M2 ops there. D3A1 ops. A29A Hudson goes to flak. I wonder where the Hudson was. So 3-3 here today. Ship sunk. Don't see anything listed this turn. China. China. Oh, China. Right, okay. I just wanted to say China there. Okay. Yep, we're 1 hex out now from Kunchang. We've got 7 out of 10. Severe storms overhead. Yeah, I was seeing the... It looks like the cores here, so... It's looking excellent so far. Yeah. Black Hudson down. Again, still not seeing him move in these units. I don't know, it's hard... It's hard to really describe his China strategy. Yeah, so they've got the fatigue and disruption there, but they took practically no damage. But this is it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divisions there. That's plenty enough there, really. Yeah, well, we see some Chinese troops over here. Oh, so they can be dealt with. So he moved into this hex. He must have had that planned for quite some time. The good news is we're at least aware of it now, which makes it easier. That's a good question. When we capture the Chinese capital, there's no surrender or anything like that. From the start of Woken, I mean, I did ask Dadman about it, and he says, yeah, feel free to use the troops in Manchukuo in China, aka the Kwantung Army. But he says, well, I would just stipulate that you pay political points to have units taken out of China. So this is why we've been paying for the units to come out of China. But the Kwantung Army can operate freely in China. I mean, I said, are you sure? He says, yeah. So, okay. He says, well, go for it. I think it applies to him too. I've never actually qualified that. Well, this is it. He was happy with it. So, I don't know. You like saying the URSS? USSR. The USSR has obviously their territory here, but of course it has Mongolia here. So obviously they're not in China. Yeah, they're not active, as you can see. Right. Now, we're looking pretty good here. Ooh, wow. Forecast blizzard. I've not seen that before. Looking very stormy in the north. Okay. Right, so we attacked over here then. I don't think there's any roads here. No. 760 men. Yeah, that's certainly one way to put it there. Now, I could do with like some Chinese units to hold that rail line. I do have the 26th Division moving south, which is good. So they'll be here tomorrow. And then it'll take a little bit of time, but then they'll get to a rail point till rail hub and we'll be good to go. I do have the 59th Infantry Brigade marching north to deal with the enemy. We push them back over here. I mean, he's in mountain. I do love your French there, just. I don't know who they are or what they want, but they have some nice-ass tanks. Indeed. Okay. Do I want to actually... Well, I suppose it's worthwhile marching back to the actual rail hub, because then we can actually go wherever needed. So that's worthwhile doing. You know what? We actually got the turn early tonight, didn't we? I just realised. Oh, that's awesome. I think we started last night quite late, didn't we? But no, this is the good news now. If we take a look over here, we're at a very critical point now. 4 days we would arrive here. So on the 22nd of February, we would have divisions arrive here. On the 26th of February, give or take, we would arrive here. 30th. And then, of course, we're moving then into March. So, March time, we might very well be in this basin here. I could potentially speed that up by having armored units moving this way. Which would be quite helpful. Have them march this way. I mean, there's hardly any AV there. I think we need to ask the real question here. What is the USSR in Elvish? Or in Hobbit? Do we have a plan for Burma? Yes, complete victory. Is the way to put it. Mordor. Damn those socialist orcs. So I suppose then Saruman would be... I suppose he would be like Stalin. And then... Sauron would be Stalin. Saruman would be like Trotsky then, I guess? Okay. So I do have the 6 RTA which has arrived here, which is good news. So they can remain in Hex here. For the time being. Actually, I probably want to have them remain in combat mode just in case he does send a force across the river. I doubt it, but he could do. See... I'm kind of the opinion that we do not need the Imperial Guard and 5th Division in Burma. Oh, if CK3 Lord of the Rings mod would be cool. Pertain the French. Pertain the French, I love it. That's actually really, I like that. That's cool. Whereabouts in France are you from there, Just? I have another viewer who's from Bordeaux. That's a very beautiful city. Right, so the reason why I say 2 divisions is sufficient, because I just don't see there being much in the way of resistance. The 5th and Imperial Guard are going to march to Rangoon anyhow, because they would have to be there to be moved out of Burma in any big way. So we'll retain them for the time being. They're still obviously able to move north via rail, if needs be. We do see that it's marching on towards Magway, which is good to see. Now, I've started running reconnaissance over here in China, which is quite helpful. So we see 4 auxiliaries out this way, 1 unit here, 800 men here, 1600 men here, 660, 2460. He's moving his men here, but we do have our units in Hex now. Yeah, that's true. We do have the 4 armoured regiments which will remain in Burma. They're heading south. Well, 2 of them are heading south. Heading north now. Oh yes, I'll take a look at the vehicle factory shortly. That seems to be a hot button topic of the day. Right. Are they just marching north, or where have I actually got them heading? Oh. Right, I didn't actually intend to have them march to Rangoon, so I probably... Yeah, okay, so I told them to follow the wrong unit then. That's fine, okay. Whoops. Though... I'm just considering, is it worthwhile actually... is it worthwhile driving north, or should I just wait to go on the rail lines? So I could have them in strategic mode and have them moved up in strategic mode when we capture this base. But then that's assuming we capture that. So no, it's better to actually drive up there. Will not take long to arrive. Head to that hex. Ah, yes, the USA is the eagle. I love it, man. A little bit low on supply, but that's to be expected. Right. So, I could attack him here, but if he's moving, I think I'm going to allow it. I mean, frankly, I'd rather have the men march up on the major road, but we'll see, because we can go either way. I just want to see what he does here, really. Let's see. So I do have his 7th RTA, which is not moving north. God, I must have missed so many things here. I thought I'd done these things. I must have forgot to do them. Right, marching upon the enemy here. Only 11 miles today. These guys are going to remain in combat mode. I don't want to have them on the crossing, really. Oh, so we do see a tank unit has arrived here then. So we will have armoured support here then. Okay, that's interesting to know. It would be worthwhile to go ahead and actually put bombers here. So you guys want to know vehicle production. We have it about 160 at the moment. I meant to have it about 150. I mean, I'm not too familiar with how... oh, there we go. Dadman has responded. He put Fedor, or Fidor, and he explains that to mean fuck it and drive on, in response to the question I posed to him regarding continuing. So that's good then, at least he's good to keep on going. And I feel bad for the man, but yeah, that's nice. But no, as far as it goes, I'm not too sure how the vehicle production system works as such. It's something I do need to look into. So I do not know whether 160 is a good place to be, or whether it's I don't know. It's certainly better than the beginning position. Whether it's enough, I'm not too sure. Something that we can, well, consider then. Okay, so I do have the 4th RTA/C here. 1 vehicle point equal 1 weight of device. Right, okay. How does it actually work then regarding weight to device? Is that load cost? How is that calculated? That sounds pretty cool. By the way, if I do sound a little bit different here today, it's because I'm doing my quiet voice. It's my voice where I'm trying to be quiet, which is actually the voice where I actually do pronunciate correctly. Kind of weird, isn't it? Oh, low cost. Oh, that's good to know, then. Okay, I'll have to bear that in mind, then. What if he takes Chinese troops around and that invasion of Japan? I mean, that'd be kind of nice, because I think we'd get some reinforcement divisions like that. That'd be pretty sick. Okay. Right, let's see. Now, the good news is we have our forces developing in this area. Yeah, there you go. So you can see that we've managed to get the 13th Independent Mixed Brigade here into position. And the wonderful thing about that is we control this hex now. So his plan to cut the rail line isn't actually going to succeed, because he will enter and he will take control of this hex side here, but he will not take control of the hex itself, so that's good news. I do have a 2nd Independent Mixed Brigade marching south too. I also do have a China Expeditionary Army in position here as well, which I will have repositioned elsewhere soon enough. I do have Kwantung Army. There's no North China Area Army here. Kwantung Army is going to march north. I want them to be in position to aid out here in the north. There we go. Land bridge of men indeed. So, let's see, we do have a 24th Division here, we have the 15th Division, so we have 2 divisions at the minimum here, which is nice. They're going to march north. And that's going to bring us a good amount of AV there. We do have 5th and 11th armies in position. We do have the artillery here in set position. They're marching north, okay. Yes, we do have collaborationist forces. We have the RGC, which are the Chinese units that are under our command. They're not bad. They're not great, but they're not bad. They certainly do help. Okay. No, it's looking pretty good. I mean, this is it. We got a free march on him yesterday, which, in all honesty, it's... I don't know if it makes it feel like a cheaper victory. I think we probably would have got what we wanted. It'd been interesting to see. Check the vehicle list. There you can see the low cost calculate how many points it needs. That's something to take a look into then, really, isn't it? That's something to take a look into. I mean, how many points would Japan need then for tanks? That's a question. I suppose it depends if you're upgrading your tanks as well, surely. Okay. Right. So I think what we might be able to do then is probably continue north with 2 divisions here, then have a couple divisions head down this way. So once China's done, who do we go after next? Well, I personally would like to go for Soviet Union. Would have to plan the living hell out of that. But it could be done. We'll have to see how quickly we can clean up China. Type 97 medium tanks 11. Oh, I see. Okay. Right. Well, it's one of these, really. We do have the benefit of the roads and rails here. We do have the benefit of having men already in position. We do have said rails too. The thing that makes the Soviet Union, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's certainly bloody tough. It would be a hell of a battle. It would be a hell of a commitment. But because the Soviet Union troops cannot move until we activate them, or they are activated in 1945, it does mean that we can actually take a look at the December 8th Allied turn and actually use that to plan things perfectly. So, the good news is we could take our sweet time to get ready, build up and amass air power, essentially have a Operation Barbarossa, but in Siberia. It would take a hell of a lot of planning, it would take the complete conquest of China, but I think we can manage that. I'd like to get divisions pushing this side over here soon. I'd like to get some divisions pushed in the south here. I'm not too sure about Vulcan. I mean, the thing is just... like, they're good troops, don't get me wrong, but the thing is, we'd have the ability for perfect planning. Sure, he could react to that, but we'd obviously have to go in and make sure we did things properly. I'm not saying they're not... that they're bad troops, I'm just saying, well, it's something that we can do. I think it'd be fun to try it. We haven't made any final decisions as of yet, anyway. Okay. There are resources, of course. There's also VP. The main value, of course, would be to remove the Soviet Union as a threat. That would be the main value there. But there's quite a lot. I mean, there's like various resources. There's oil. There's a lot of stuff. It's one of those things of where it is difficult. And this is it. A lot of people do react like with incredulity, which is understandable. It's one of these things. We wouldn't just blunder into it. We would obviously make considerations. We also would plan. But if it could be done, maybe it is something that we do choose to do. It would certainly make the game rather enjoyable. Well, this is it. We'll obviously weigh up the cost, but it's one of these of India could be attempted, sure. But in some ways, well, to be honest, the Indian theatre is harder to access than the Soviets, because we do have no clear road connections. It is difficult. Yes, I have a 3 or 5mm gun indeed. But we're not at that point anyway, so what we're doing right now is focusing on China, so China does need to be subdued completely beforehand. So, rest assured we're not going to just run into anything half-cocked. Right. He likes bombing over here, but that's fine. These troops will arrive tomorrow. These troops will take a little bit longer, but that's okay. So I could potentially launch an attack here tomorrow, but I think I might wait for the 3rd Division. It gives them time to recover. So, it does the Chinese troops, but that's okay. Okay. I'm quite happy about the LSDs actually made it, to be honest. I was a little bit worried, actually. Now, I do have a mod that actually has ships with camouflage. So you can see that we have the AMC Ho Koku Maru over here. So she's actually camouflaged right now, which is kind of cool. I think a lot of ships will receive camouflages as the war goes on. But that adds it to like APs and stuff like that. Which is pretty fun. Yeah. Well, I mean, they almost got torpedoed. That was pretty scary. Right, okay. So, the Val looks to be empty. He looks to have 7 units of Erkkijuusto, 1 unit here. I don't know, I mean, maybe that is where his forces are. I'm expecting, like, Mindanao to be tough, but I think maybe 1 division could do it then. Well, not 1 division, 2 divisions. I reckon 2 divisions would do it, and they'd probably do it in quick order. So I've landed over here. Now, I will have a aviation battalion moved into this position thereafter. I'm going to have them actually plan for this. The reason being I want to have it ideally taken intact. That would be nice. Okay. You know what there, Parmentier? I don't know. I mean, I've been looking at the ×3 terrain. I've been looking at the mountains. I don't know. I don't know. It is honestly hard to figure out. So, I don't know. It's one of these things. Maybe one day we'll be able to ask him and find out the reason. Okay. I would like to invade the illusions. Alright, okay. So we do see the subs over here. Does he have detection on Kiddipatai? Oh wow, he does not. Oh hell yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, he has no detection here today. Yeah, so he pulled his aircraft out today. So that airfield damage is being repaired. The port damage is being repaired. 7 out of 10, so we might not have the perfect intelligence. I do have Key 48s moving towards said bases. So there's the Key 48 lilies over here, which are heading towards the area. Why is KB near Port Moresby? We moved them out this way to try and... Well, we anticipated subs out here, but also to make sure that we could have the combat abattoir over the BBs and have them link up together. I do have the battleship here, which will be joining Kiddipatai. So we do have a 3rd Congo class then with the Kiddipatai, which is nice. Certainly makes me feel more comfortable. Yeah, he had a rough day there. Still showing aircraft in the airfield, so the other ones might have been able to get out pretty quick. But they got damaged, which is worthwhile in of itself. Okay. So it looks like a pretty good day. It's been a fairly quiet day, really, but I'm not too surprised. I mean, there wasn't... He didn't... Well, he missed the ability to react. So we'll see. I do have my troops marching south from Sabang down here towards Medan. Do I have a rail line? I do have a rail line. Shit, I didn't realise I had a rail line. Ah, well. They'll march down. I didn't realise there was a rail line here. Oh, dear. Yeah, I know. See... Expansion into this area is going to be an interesting one. I think a lot of it relies upon what he does with his carriers. If we do sink the carriers, obviously if we do engage in a battle that we win, of course, assuming we do win, then expansion does become significantly easier. I did have plans originally to move upon New Caledonia rather sooner than this, but of course we had the intervention of the US and carriers. It doesn't mean that we'll never move into this area. It's just one of those that we'll probably have to go about it in a different way. I'll see you later there, Parmentier. Have a good one, my man. Been great to have you as always. Okay, so we did have war expand there to size 3, which is excellent. So it's going to continue to expand towards the size 4, but that's going to take significantly longer. You can see that supply is really built up there. Okay. It's one of those of like, with New Caledonia, it would be worthwhile taking, but it's just not attractive enough. It's just not something I desire so much as to risk it. Right now, at least. Fiji is nice, don't get me wrong, but it's nice not because of the industry. It's nice because of the victory points, pretty much, and that's kind of... And obviously the position there is nice, don't get me wrong. But this is it, there's not much we can really do for that right now. If indeed we ever do. Well, this is it. I don't know if we really do want to take Fiji. It'd be nice, don't get me wrong. If we could take it, it'd be worthwhile taking. But I'm not. I don't know. It's hard to say, really. It's like Fiji is almost more remote as a concept than India, which sounds strange. But due to the situation we have in this area, it's quite difficult. So we'll take a look at the ops report here. I-157 has been completed at Singapore. That's good to see. Yeah, he's expanding plenty of facilities here. There we go. Nakajima half 45 advances the R&D. Cool. 10-6 report been sunk near Cocos Island. God, I remember talking about those guys. Oh dear. Does Singapore give new ship? It doesn't give a new ship, it's just I had it in repair the shipyard. San Fran, Bombay. That's interesting too, but I don't see ships, I don't see aircraft. See, the good news is we are going to have a far easier time with things in the near future. I do have these two down here, the I-8 and I-9. Have they arrived? They should have arrived, I believe. Ah, here we go, yes. I do have I-7, I-10, I-19, I-21, and I-26. They've all been repaired. I believe they all have their jakes aboard here now. And, yeah, they're all in perfect condition as far as we can achieve. So, we'll have quite a number of actual submarines equipped with float planes to head into the Coral Sea here. The good thing is it will actually give us a good deal of prior warning in said area. But it also does allow us to actually have our other submarines in the area coordinated to a much higher degree. Essentially like attack dogs, really. Just as we have to worry about his subs, he will soon have to worry about our own. Moving west, moving northwest. Looks like a patrol pattern there. It looks like he's actually trying to shake off the detection, but obviously because we do have E13 A1 Jakes, they're doing a phenomenal job. You've got a real big thing for the strategic bombers there, haven't you? Oh dear. I mean, he could get bombers in the future that have that range, but not right now. I'd wager you'd probably move them closer. The thing is, the strategic bombers aren't going to be a problem, but they're not a problem now. They will be in the future, but the thing is, we will also have a cap. Did you start the Glen production? No, not yet. But they'll come in handy. I'm actually really quite happy to see that our forces are undetected here. That's excellent. I do have more Key 48s moving towards the area. I also do have the Key 48 group over here, the 75th Sentai. I I do want to get Key 48s into this area pretty damn quick. Ideally, they could transfer to Hollandia. But I'd like to get actual bombers into this area so we can go ahead and start hitting Port Moresby day in, day out. So we're seeing detection over here to Cooktown. Nothing tremendous gained. 5 out of 6. 3 out of 4. Not seeing anything here either. Okay. No, it's looking like a very solid turn, really. We have Semarang taken, so that is a good thing. We take with no damage here. There is manpower, resources, and... hell yeah, we get light industry. I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. Yeah, the Zeros can kill heavy bombers. You've got to think they're just... we're going to have the A6M8 by, like, end of 42, early 43. We are going to aim to get the Key 83s in action in 43, 44. 44 is most likely. Of course, we'll have other aircraft too. But we're not going to be defenseless. We are going to be significantly better prepared than historical Japan. Of course, because we do have a power of hindsight and we're able to pursue R&D, which is very nice. So we're not going to be without teeth. Sure, he will have teeth too. He will have claws, but we'll be able to resist. Possibly so. We'll have to consider that one. Yeah, sunset drops. Yes, the Key 45, is that the Nick? Yeah, we have that being built, I believe. Well, Japanese aircraft do last. I mean, this is it. They go down easy, but the thing is, well, this don't that was historical. I mean, that's what happens when you don't have armor. But the thing is, we have the A6M2s that are engaged in American aircraft with armor. When we don't have armor, we're still doing okay. $43.44. Tomato. I just like to keep the hype up. Oh dear. Okay, let's go ahead and check out Coco's Island. I'm just really happy it wasn't actually, like, held by anybody. A bit of port damage, but that's not too bad. I don't know about that, just, I mean, like... I get it. Oh well, it's fine. So they put men ashore, but they found it so difficult to put supply ashore. That's kind of problematic. Yeah, that's probably about right. I do have DDs there. Kind of forgot about. That's good to know. They're taking a very long time to unload. These AKTs do not seem to unload very quickly. You're just pain in the ass. Right, I move these cruiser mine... Sorry, I move these ASW boats out here to go ahead and pick up the cruiser mine layer. I think just a float plane base. I mean, this is it. It's a little bit unsupported to have more than that, I reckon. Hey, don't be knocking the Zero. The Zero's a hell of a good aircraft. I mean, sure it wasn't armored, but the thing is, it had great maneuverability. It had phenomenal range. It's still got a good armament. Don't knock it. It's a good aircraft. Okay. Now, there's not that much I actually have to talk about here right now. It's just been a good turn. It was a good turn last turn, because obviously we had a bit of a special helping hand there. But we just had a solid good turn. Not much to really, report on, really. We don't play these zero-sum games. Right, I do have my naval guard moving out there to Nagasaki. So, they're going to be moving out via rail today, which is good. Now, we're looking pretty solid. Looking pretty damn solid. He's still marching out over here. What is our fatigue like? 13, 13, 3, 3. US Air Force. See, that's the thing. It's a good question there for will we set them to plan for chunking? I don't think so as of yet. I need to know where the big battle's going to take place. It could very likely be at chunking, at this rate anyway, but I don't want to have it planned for chunking and then turns out he's here. I mean, he has major road to this base here. He could get there before we could. So, we'll see. I may yet need it for here. It's not exactly efficient having it like this, I agree, but we'll see. I do have a 9th Armoured Car Company moving north, which is good. I mean, the good news is at least I do have the Armoured Car Company that will move up here, so it might give us the ability to get into this hex possibly sooner than he would imagine. But we'll see. We're going to have the tanks move there. The tanks potentially could move that way. It depends really how we want to use them. It looks like Lanchow is open to us, which is fantastic news. I mean, that's 308, so that's 300 VP right now, which is excellent. I mean, that's another 300 VP there. That's fantastic. I don't know about 5 divisions. I mean, it'd probably hold for a while, but it would be broken down fairly quickly. To a degree, anyway, depends. We know he has a core here. We can see that there's a core there. I don't see anything else here. It doesn't have that many units as such. It has a lot, but not a ridiculous amount as such. Like, he can't just pull them out of his arse, essentially, is what I'm saying. Right, so the paratroopers have unloaded over here, which is good. Brings up the AV a little bit more as well, which is useful. Do I have a 104th move? Not too sure. Probably worthwhile to make sure we keep them out of Canton. I'd like to shock attack across here, really. Right, we have 17th Division marching here, so they're going to arrive in Nanchang tomorrow, which is excellent. So I think what we might do then is actually have these divisions shock attack across the road here, across the river I should say, and then we could drive on towards Changsha. Taking Changsha would be a really nice big city to take there. Considering he has that industry and light industry, that'd be great to take away from him. But we need to prepare our defenses here. So we do have artillery that is arriving right now. There we go. So we have 482 assault value in the hex right now. We're going to have another 2 divisions in hex, another brigade in hex soon too. Yeah, they just arrived here too. So they can unpack and move to the north. That's good news. Yeah, well that's it therefore, I do agree. Yeah, no, as you say there, just the best thing he could do would be to block us in the mountains. He's not been doing that for some unknown reason, really. I don't know why, but he's just not been doing it. Which is odd. It's hard to explain, really. Right, okay. I've been having problems with these 740. I wonder if it might be there for reasons, but it's probably because I just hadn't had them march in the right direction. Right, I do have the RF gun battalion here, which is good. I can have that moved to the north end. I could have it actually move out via rail. Is that preferable? Not too sure. See, what I'd like to do is actually cut the road behind him. He would still receive supply, but this is it. I know he has a decent amount of AV. I don't know, it's one of these. He's going to have to make a choice as to where he goes here. I think probably, I don't know, it's hard to say. Does he move this way? But he's going to want to move towards where his troops are. Now we do have third RTA that's moving in here. So they're going to march to Pegu. They'll arrive at Pegu shortly. I think what I'll do then is actually have the third RTA probably railed around. Would be far easier, I guess. It'd be a nice, good, strong unit to actually use to garrison somewhere, or elsewhere. How many troops does he have in Baoshan? It's listed at 2,820, which is probably incorrect. He has about 2 divisions there, but these Chinese divisions are significantly smaller. But I mean, like, Baoshan's actually not without value. I mean, there's 41 resources there, 21 light industry, that's still worthwhile. I mean, you look at all that heavy industry over here in Yunnan, that's like, that's pretty amazing. That would be nice to take. These guys are worth quite a bit of victory points, actually. There's a lot of value in China. So much. Yeah, you can see these troops over here. These guys will have a garrison. We'll eventually get there. I think there's a garrison over here as well. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a look. So got the RGC over here. They need to get moving. It's another army I can make use of. Yep, so we still have the mines over here at Bataan. We cleared a few mines, but I mean, this is it. There's a lot of mines there. So that's understandable. But the good news is once it is cleared, I can actually have APs moved in here, bring troops, and, well, this is it. We can choose where we want them. I decided to actually go ahead and rebuild the 21st Division. It's not fully rebuilt as of yet, of course. But I thought, you know what, I might as well get that march down to Lucina. That'll give us really what we need there. Which is good. I do have these aviation units. Well, they should be moving south. Can they move south? Yes, they can move south. Okay, head south. Okay, the Tade needs to go ahead and reload those troops. I'm very much looking forward to when we can clear this area. We're seeing a lot of ships out here. AKLs, AKs. So, the good news is there's a lot of ships out here that can still sink. It does make me wonder where his submarines have gone, but we did see a bunch of submarines out of this area, so they're probably heading north. It's a good thing they didn't head this way. Okay, they're unloading there, just span them in here. Right, we are building the airfield here, which is nice. Yeah, what I plan to do is use at least 2 divisions from the Philippines force here in Luzon. Well, the Luzon force. So I'd like to have 2 divisions used there to take it. And I think it'd be very done. Well, it'd be done very quickly, it seems. The thing is, if he's not garrisoning these, like coastal cities, then that makes it really quite fun. I think the best idea would be to have forces land over here and here, of course. Maybe like a division each or something like that. Issues I'd have to march this way then into the interior, so probably Naval Guard. I could probably have the 2 divisions make landfall out here at Cotabato. That could be potentially taken by paratroopers if we're lucky. What I want to try and do is prevent him from retreating into the interior. Frankly, prevent him from retreating anywhere beyond that hex. But he's left a lot of open bases, so it makes it easier on us. Oh, we don't need all those divisions. Yeah, 2 will be more than sufficient, really. 6 would be just more than overkill. Yeah, no, that's the problem with Minder now. So I mean, this is it. 20 is not too bad. 20 is not too bad. What I could do, that one's 40, which makes it awkward. What I'd be better off doing than is having, like, naval guard units loaded up. And it'd be great if I could get about 10 AV on each ship or something like that. And then at least I could actually have it sent there and used to garrison the bases. It's a bit awkward when it comes to the garrison. But it could be done. And I could even potentially take bits of the 65th Division, but I'd rather have the 65th Division used elsewhere. It'll be awkward, but it'll be able to be filled. See, I still need to deploy the 5th Air Division somewhere. In fairness, I could have that deployed in Java, perhaps. Or even in Sumatra, it wouldn't be a bad idea actually in this base here with 4 hexes. It allows a lot of these bases to use torpedoes. That'd be ideal. No, frankly, we're looking good. Looking good. It's interesting that he's holding a position like this. Take a look at the R&D. I'm hoping that we actually get somebody who's made progress today. There you go, you can see that the clock is now ticking on the A6M8, which is nice. Let's see. Okay, good, we're seeing some Tojo progress. That's the one I was hoping for. I was kind of hoping that the Helen would make it. Yeah, you can see the Knicks going well. Okay. He might think that you are going for Ceylon. But yeah, that's not a bad point at all, really. And it'd be completely sensible. Completely sensible. It's an interesting position that we find ourselves in, because we've had a lot of success on the ground front that... I don't want to say that we don't deserve it, because we have put the plans in place, we did bring the forces, we made sure things went smoothly. He's not forces as such, he did fight in Burma, sorry, no, he did fight in Java, he did to an extent in Burma too. In the Philippines, I mean, he did the right thing, he went to the ×3. It's just he got unlucky on a roll and we freaking won big, which was great news. Yeah, it's hard to say because he's fought in Java, he's fought in Philippines. Burma he did to an extent, but I mean this is I just don't think he could have accounted on the fact we had multiple divisions moved into Burma. Well, this is it, but we do not. But we're not too far away from being able to move upon Ceylon, really. We'll just have to decide, really. Yeah, a few hits on the Trusty was good. 80 mines cleared there. So there's going to be quite a few more tomorrow. Oh, that's why I saw Hudson, okay. I mean, Christ, he's lost so many squads of Chinese. So bloody many. You see, he had 130 guns there, give or take. He lost another 32 of them. He's lost so bloody much. I imagine the guns he has left would be something like mortars, I guess, for the most part. Probably some other artillery, but there's not much you can really take. I wonder what unit we're destroying then. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Yeah, good to have samurai. No, we've got quite a few things I need here. Being able to march into the interior is brilliant. I don't think there's a rail line that goes up to Tungi. Now, there's one that connects it though, so that's good news. One Chinese combat squad destroyed equals 12 supplies lost if he wants to replace them from pool. That's gonna cost, isn't it? I mean, that's the thing there, it's gonna cost. I mean, what is it, 12... Is it 12 Chinese squads for 1 VP, something like that? So 338, was it, divided by 12? Which is only 28 VP, but it's still... I think it's that. Or is it 6 Chinese squads? I forget which one it is, but it's still... Still good. Still nice. Still VP that we're gaining there. Now I do have an APD out here. There we go. Had it sent back to refuel. Yep, go ahead and pick them up. Yeah, 12 Chinese, 6 Soviet Jap, 3 other. That's it. Ah, there we go. So we can see that Lei's returning to normal now. It's not too far from being finished. Interesting to see the mines reduce there. I wonder what happened. See, the kind of wild thing is, I had an AMC that was like heavily damaged and I do not know when that happened. Kind of weirded me out. So I'm like, when the hell did that happen? And it happened here and I don't know how it happened. Whereabouts is it? Has it gone straight to repair? Yeah, the Bangkok Maru. I'm not too sure. Honestly, I'm not too sure. I don't know where the hell it... And I don't see anything saying, like, when it was last damaged by. I'm not sure, to be honest. I guess a shitload of damage. I just don't know where it came from. That's a good question about the Filipino. I don't know what last damage do. It's like this one here tells us last damage by so-and-so. Oh, yeah, there we go. We've got the Fubukis there. I do have a couple more Fubukis. I do have another of a good couple more destroyers that need to be upgraded. Thing is, it'd say, if there was a collision, it would say, I believe. Okay, I think we're pretty much about the end of stream there, really. I don't think there's much else to say right now. It's just a solidly good turn. I wonder how we're looking on pilots, actually. No, I mean, I looked the other day. I mean, this is it. It would say if there was damage like that, so I'm not too sure, my man. Hard to say. Does it still have a radar? Only 2 kill in action today. Okay. We're still having half 35 production increasing, which is nice. Well, I mean, that's its fault. I mean, we're only at 2-1 right now. 2-1's still good. But yeah, if he gives us the opportunity, then we'll go for it. I mean, hell, why not? We've got a lot that we can gain from China, which is nice. Not too far away, half 43. Oh, I get what it means. It means the planner. Yeah, the tracker. Yeah, I get what you mean now. Okay, I've not checked that for a while. No, frankly, I think we're doing okay. I think we're doing good. There's not much more I can say about it right now. We had... As I said, we tend to have these quiet turns every now and then. Aim and see Bangkok Maru hits underwater rocks while attempting to unload at Singapore. I'd never seen that before. That's cool. That's really intriguing. Yeah, hits underwater rock. Cool. Didn't even know that was a thing. Gregory VanHouten does like to screw me. A fucking rock, fuck's sake. But it happened. Yeah, and it caused a lot of damage, but at least they've headed back to Singapore, so at least they can be repaired. Okay. Any progress on the attack into China from Vietnam? Well, we haven't started it over here. How you doing, hello, Snackbar? Hello, Snackbar. We haven't started as of yet. I mean, I do have the division on the ships here today. Yes, the 4th division has been completed. I'm just waiting on a proper escort. I could probably send them out now, but I'd prefer to have a faster escort, really, so they can move faster themselves. But yes, we do have a division there. They're docked up and ready to go. I think I'm going to have the division sent here to Saigon. I may just have them moved out this way, but probably to Saigon. It depends, really. No, well, no, in fairness, I might as well just have them ferried out this way, march inland, and march here. It's probably a similar level of time, isn't it? 2 divisions will be sufficient for Mindanao there, just. I get what you mean, but, like, it's not that bad. Especially because he's moved his troops into the interesting bases. These ones could take here. Yeah, mighty IGN warship. Well, luckily it wasn't a warship. If it had been a warship, I'd have been a little bit less than pleased. Ah, there we go. So we'll take that base tomorrow. That's good. Continue the actual progress around here. Now we're looking pretty good, man. Looking pretty good. Okay, so I think we'll wrap it up here. So I have some minutes aside. I hope you guys continue to enjoy the series. If you guys do feel like you are enjoying my content and enjoying the series in general, then please do consider subscribing here on Twitch. That would be much appreciated. It's a great way to obviously support myself as a content creator, if you so wish to do so. And indeed, I will be starting university now in 24 days officially. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. it will be intriguing to try and find out, try and figure out what the right balance between obviously content creation and studies will be. But I'm hoping I'll be able to find that right balance and keep, well, just keep things moving on forward, really. Okay. Until next time, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Arigato gozaimasu. See you next time.